Hello and welcome to the final episode in Ricoh GR 101, episode 15. And in this episode, we will be looking at saving our custom settings to one of these user setting positions on the command dial at the top here. And in the previous video, we looked at snap focus priority shooting. And that gives us quite a good segue into this subject because it changes the camera operation so radically, and you need to get into it through the main menu. That's a pretty good place to start by creating one of these if you are so inclined to use snap focus priority. So let's take a look at that now. I would normally be on aperture priority. Let's just switch the camera on here. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to set the camera up how I would like to shoot it using snap focus priority. I'm going to go in the menu here, and we're going to go back to the camera there, and it was on page 4, and there we have it there. Snap distance priority. Sorry, not snap focus, snap distance priority. So we're going to go in there and activate that. Depth of field is now set. Snap distance priority is the shooting mode. The camera is now using this rear dial to change that setting and the front dial to change snap. I can still use the rear screen for point, focus and shoot. And the shutter button will just do a snap. Okay, so that's how it's running. We are in color mode right now, I believe. Let's just get a Rubik's Cube here. Yes, we are in color. So I'm just going to go in and change to my monochrome profile there. And this is pretty much how I would like to use this in a street photography kind of situation. I shoot 90% of street photography in black and white. I have done plenty of color that I did enjoy using, but for most of the time I'm shooting in black and white doing street photography. But I also shoot RAW plus, so that if I see something that I know would look better in color, then I've always got the RAW file as a backup. So without further ado, let's go in and save this now. So to save any group of settings on the camera, you go down to the custom menu, and it's on page 1, and we've got custom page 1 save settings. So we're going to go over to that and press OK there, and you've got 6 box settings here. Now these are places in memory in the camera where you can save a copy of all the current settings for the entire camera. And now that the firmware versions have been updated to 1.31 and 1.81, we shouldn't have any problems with these being reset if you also use the memory function. So 6 places. You can save any amount of settings and changes in these 6 places. I'm going to save mine in box 1 here, so I'm just going to select that. You go up and down, select that, press OK, and you can enter a name. So press OK to that. So I want to call this DOF and then 3, and give it a space. Go back to that. Snap. So DOF3 snap. That's the name I'm using as a clue, and I'm going to assign that to user 1. So now you can see that user 1, 2 and 3, these correspond to user 1, 2 and 3 here. So I'm going to press OK there, and that has now been saved to this setting on the camera. So when I switch from aperture priority to user 1 on this command dial at the top, then the camera will go instantly back to these settings I can see here. So now I can, while I'm still in aperture priority, I can go and put the camera back in my walking around mode, as it were. So I'm going to go back in the menu now, go back to the camera up here, go back to snap distance priority, switch that off now. So I'm back in aperture priority. You can see now we have AV down here, aperture priority. And black and white, I'm going to change that back to my custom color mode, and that's it. So now I can shoot away like that. I can switch the camera off and switch the camera on again, and it will still be in aperture priority mode. But now when I rotate the dial here around to user 1, you can see I'm straight back to snap distance priority shooting, depth of field level 3, and my snap distance is 3.5, and I am in monochrome shooting mode. So that is how you create your own custom settings and assign them to the dial, and they will be saved even if you take the battery out. So let's even try that, shall we? I'm going to turn the dial back to aperture priority. I'm going to take the battery out for a couple of seconds here, and I'm going to pop the battery back in like that. I'm going to switch the camera on again. We're in aperture priority again. Remember those settings, and we're going to roll that dial on round to user 1, and hey presto, oh, I nudged that dial there, but we are now back in snap distance priority shooting mode. And there you have it. So that was the final episode in Ricoh GR101. I am going to post one more video after I've read through the comments and questions that have cropped up during these 15 or so episodes. And I'm going to try to address as many of those as possible. This will be a Ricoh GR101 after hours video again. And then we are going to embark on Ricoh GR102, where we start to pull all these ideas together and create something that's not a technical overview of the camera or where to find this setting and that setting, how to do this and that. But we're just going to start actually using these things, combining them, and getting creative with the camera. Okay, have a great weekend. Today is Friday where I am, and tomorrow I will be out. This will be in my pocket, a couple of batteries, and I'm going to go out and do some street shooting, and I might even play around with snap distance priority, but mostly I will be playing around with light. Okay, bye for now. See you, and thank you. You've been wonderful. The comments are great. Thanks a lot, and I will talk to you all soon. Bye bye.